Good afternoon, all of you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Okay,
Good afternoon, sir.
now today we are going to see the another approach to solve the problem in case of the artificial intelligence or by using the artificial intelligence. Lastly, we have seen the state space search approach to solve the problems, and using that we have solved the different problems. And yesterday only one problem we have solved, that is the famous water jet problem. And I have given you the example related with that also. So number of students have solved it correctly, and related with that the correct solution I have also post on the WhatsApp group. Okay, so you can check it accordingly. Now another approach in case of the artificial intelligence that is being utilized to solve the problem, which is slightly different from the approach that we are using up till, like approach we have used, the state space search approach. Okay, now today we are going to see the constraint satisfaction approach, or which is being famously also referred as the constraint satisfaction problem in case of the artificial intelligence. Okay, now in case of the second unit, most of the question being asked on the CSP, as well as the important contents that we have seen, like the goal stack planning and the water jet problem, etc. Now, first we understand what exactly mean by the constraint satisfaction problem. Okay, and then we understand the different kind of problem which is available in the world, in the real world, which comes under the category of the constraint satisfaction. Okay. Now, in case of the artificial intelligence and operation research, okay, this is the definition I have written here. The constraint satisfaction is nothing but the process of finding the solution to a problem. What is the constraint satisfaction? It is the process of finding the solution to a problem by satisfying set of constraint. Now here the word constraint is very important. What is the constraint satisfaction? Process of finding the solution to a problem. How we can find the solution to a problem, or when we can say the problem has been get solved? Only when certain set of constraints are get satisfied. Now what do you mean by the constraint then? What is the meaning of constraint?
Rules.
What do you think the constraint is? What?
Rules.
Constraint are nothing but some rules or some conditions. Okay, so in artificial intelligence, the constraint satisfaction approach is another way using which the number of problems are get solved. Okay, and what is the requirement to solve such kind of problems? That you can solve that kind of problems only when certain rules will get satisfied. Then and then only we can say we have got the solution, or we have found the solution for certain problem. Okay, now this is being based on some heuristic technique. Based on some heuristic technique, in the sense what? It is based on some kind of available information. I hope you are remembering the meaning of this heuristic. Okay, heuristic in the sense what? Some available information. So constraint satisfaction is this particular approach is also based on some kind of heuristic, is based on some kind of available information. So that's why it is being referred as it is a heuristic based technique. Okay, and it is being also called as the decision problem. It is being, this constraint satisfaction problem is also called as what? The decision problem, because we have to take the decision only based on the some kind of set of constraint available. Okay, decisions are based on what? Based on some kind of constraint available and getting satisfied. Okay, so you just keep in mind this short definition of the constraint satisfaction. Now this definition will clear with some different kind of example, and that time you will get the clear idea what exactly mean by the constraint satisfaction problem is. Okay, what the definition says, it is the process of finding the solution to a problem. How we can find the solution to a problem, or when we can get the solution to a problem? Only when certain constraint or certain rules get satisfied. Okay, understood this much?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, it is different from the way we have solved the problem using the state space representation. Okay, it is how it is different. We'll understand it when you see some examples related with the constraint satisfaction problem. Now here I have mentioned some of the popular example related with the constraint satisfaction problem. Okay, and in that you can see one popular example is related with the graph coloring problem. Then another important example is the n-queens problem, which also come under the category of the CSP. And another important and popular one is the Sudoku, which also comes under the category of constraint satisfaction problem approach. Now we are going to discuss this all the examples, and then you will get the clear idea what exactly mean by the constraint satisfaction problem in case of the artificial intelligence and how it get solved. Okay. Now here first we have taken the example of Sudoku. Okay. Now I hope a number of all of you must be knowing about what exactly the Sudoku game is. What is the Sudoku game? Sudoku game is the one of the example of constraint satisfaction problem. Yes. What is the Sudoku? Have you played the Sudoku game?
Yes, sir.
What is it? What are the rules for Sudoku? Okay, let me tell you. Here you can see here this kind of game as a Sudoku game is played on it play on the grid of 9 by 9 spaces. It played on where? On the particular, what you can say, on the platform of the 9 by 9 spaces. Okay, within the rows and columns there are the 9 within the rows and columns there are the 9 square made up of 3 by 3 spaces. You can see this particular platform or this particular scenario, this is consist of the 9 by 9 spaces. 9 by 9 in the sense there are 9 rows are there. Yes or no? There are how many rows are there? 9 rows are there, and there are 9 columns are there. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Understood. And if you see, there are total 9 square within that whole big square. There are how many square? 9 small squares are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So in order to play the Sudoku game, you need this kind of scenario. Okay, this kind of setup you need. Okay, where there are the 9 rows and the 9 columns, and within that whole large square there are the 9 small square are available, and each of these 9 small square are made up of 3 by 3 spaces. If you see this small square, it is made up of 3 columns. This column 1, 2, 3, and it made up of the 3 rows 1, 2, 3. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And no, so this is the setup for the Sudoku. And what exactly, how this game actually get played. Now, how this game played, here you can see each row, column and square needs to be filled out with the numbers from 1 to 9. You are getting how this game get played. Each row, column and square need to fill out with what? Numbers 1 to 9 without repeating any numbers within the row, column or the square.
Yes.
What does it mean? Yes, what does it mean?
So,
Hmm.
means प्रत्येक रो मध्ये 1 to 9 नंबर आला पाहिजे आणि रिपीट नाही झाला पाहिजे कोणताच.
हा,
कॉलम मध्ये तसंच आणि स्क्वेअर मध्ये पण.
स्क्वेअर मध्ये पण तसंच. फॉर एक्झाम्पल हा तुमचा एक कम्प्लीट कॉलम आहे, बरोबर? करेक्ट? हा काय तुमचा एक कम्प्लीट कॉलम आहे. तर ह्या कॉलम मध्ये 1 to 9 मधला एकही नंबर काय रिपीट होता कामा नये. गॉट द पॉइंट? In the similar way, this is your complete row. Correct? Now, in this complete row, there should not, you have to place the number 1 to 9,
1 to 9.
and there should not be repetition of any number. Correct?
Yes.
In the similar way, the same thing has to be followed within this small square. Within this small square also, you have to place number 1 to 9,
9.
and there should not be repetition of any number. Got the point?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So this is nothing but the way the Sudoku game is get played. Understood? Now, where does the constraint come here? What is the constraint here? What is the constraint here in case of this Sudoku game?
Without repeating any number within row.
Constraint is what? You have to place the 1 to 9 number, correct? And when you are placing this number, the care must be taken. The number should not get repeated on that particular row, column, and within that particular square of 3 by 3. Got the point?
Yes, sir.
That is nothing but the constraint. And when you can win this game, when you play this game by satisfying this constraint. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
When you can win this game, when you play the game by satisfying these constraint. And if you play the game by satisfying this constraint, then it means you are satisfying the constraint. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And this is the example which is showing what is the constraint satisfaction approach in the artificial intelligence. In order to solve the problem, now here playing the game is one of the problem. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So in order to solve such kind of problem, for example Sudoku, and if you want to reach to the goal, you have to follow the constraint, or you have to satisfy the constraint, and by satisfying the constraint, if you reach to the goal, then it can be said you have got the solution, and that solution you have got using which approach? Constraint satisfaction approach. Got the definition now?
Yes, sir.
What definition we have seen? It is the process of finding the solution by satisfying the constraint. Got the point now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that is nothing but the concept of constraint satisfaction problem in case of the artificial intelligence. So here same thing I have mentioned. You can see from the image, this image, the actual Sudoku grid is given here, and each Sudoku grid comes with the few spaces already filled in. तर याच्या ह्या गेम मध्ये कसं असतं, काही स्पेस तुम्हाला ऑलरेडी फिल झालेला असतात. अंडरस्टूड? आणि रिमेनिंग स्पेस जसं यामध्ये दाखवलंय तुम्हाला, हा जो स्क्वेअर आहे याच्यामध्ये काही स्पेस फिल ऑलरेडी fill it, बरोबर. Some spaces are remaining. So you have to fill that spaces. How you have to fill that spaces? By satisfying these kind of constraint. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. And difficulty of this game, okay, level of the complexity of this game depends on how many spaces are filled. Means what? If more number of spaces are filled, it means the complexity of game is less. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And if less number of spaces are already filled, then it means the complexity of game is higher. The same point I have mentioned, the more spaces fill in, the easier the game. And more difficult Sudoku puzzle have very few spaces that are already filled. Okay, so you can play this kind of game. Okay, so this Sudoku game is the one of the popular example related with the constraint satisfaction approach. Okay, now related with this, we have to understand some basic components or some basic attributes of CSP that you have to explain in the exam also. What are that basic attributes or the components? So here are following are the main components of the constraint satisfaction problem. So there are the three main components related with the CSP. Now these components we are going to require when we are going to study the subsequent part related with the CSP. Now what are that three components? That three components are being represented using the three okay, alphabets I have written V, D, and C. Here first one is the V, which is stands for the finite number of variables. First component of CSP is what? V, which is stands for what? Finite set of variable. Finite set of variable in the sense like V1, V2, V3 up to the Vn like this. Understood? But what exactly mean? Now in case of these Sudoku game setup, what is the variables? In case of this Sudoku setup, what is the variables? Now here, in given Sudoku example, the available spaces where we have to make the entry, what? The available spaces where we have to make the entry or where we have to put the values are called as the variables. Means these spaces you can see, this space, these are already filled spaces also. Here just spaces are, these spaces is nothing but what? Finite set of variables. You got the point?
Yes.
What is the first component? Finite variables. And now what exactly that finite variable? The available spaces where we have to make the entry that are called as the variables. Got the point? Yes. So here these are the variables. Yes, all of you can able to see. I am marking.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
these are the nothing but the variables. So that is the first component. First component is what? Finite set of variables. Second component is the D, which stands for the domains. What? Second component is the D, which stands for what? The domains. Now what exactly domain is? Now domains is nothing but the value that you are going to place in that certain variables. What do you mean by the domains? The values that has to be placed in certain variables. Now in case of this Sudoku setup, what is our domain?
Numbers.
Numbers.
Values.
In case of this given Sudoku setup, our domain is nothing but these values or the numbers from 1 to 9. Got the second component also?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So first component is the set of finite variables, and second component is nothing but the finite set of domains. Okay.
Domains.
In case of the given example Sudoku, I have shown you where are the variables, and and our domains are nothing but the values or the numbers from 1 to 9. All of you can able to see the screen.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes,
third important component in case of the CSP is nothing but the set of constraint. Most important. Third component is what? Set of constraint or rule that specify allowable combination of some values. Okay. Now, in case of given this Sudoku example, what is our domain? What is our constraint? In case of given this Sudoku game, what is our constraint?
सर ते रिपीट नाही झाले पाहिजे ते ना.
That is the rule. That is our constraint. You have to use the value from 1 to 9 and there should not be no repetition of values on same row, same column and within a same square box. Understood? And this is nothing but your third important component of constraint satisfaction problem question always being asked. Explain the constraint satisfaction problem with suitable example with its components. And here we have taken the suitable example of what? The Sudoku game. And we have also discussed the three important components related with the constraint satisfaction approach. Which are the three components? First is which? First component? Variables. Second? Domain. And third one is the constraint. And here I have shown you the sample. Here I have shown you the sample Sudoku unsolved Sudoku, and this is the solved Sudoku, where you can see, if you see this square, you will not see any repetition of number here. Okay, and you can also see in this particular whole column, you will not see any repetition of number, and here in this row also. What the point?
Yes, sir.
Let me give you the another example which is related with the constraint satisfaction. That is the popular one, graph coloring problem. You must be aware of this graph coloring problem. What is it? Graph coloring problem is what? In the computer graphics, you must have studied. Graph coloring in the sense we have to color the graph. What? We have to color the graph, or here you can see, or we have to color the vertex of the graph, which is the graph coloring problem is also called as the vertex coloring, is the most common graph coloring problem. The problem is what? Given the m number of colors. Problem is what? We have given the m number of colors and we have to find a way of coloring these vertices of the graph. आपल्याला काय करायचं, हे जे वर्टायसेस दिले ग्राफचे त्याला काय करायचं, आपल्याला कलर करायचंय. But there you have to follow some constraint. What constraint you have to follow? No two adjacent vertices are colored using the same color. What is the constraint here? No two adjacent vertices are colored using the same color. Means if this is your one vertex of the graph, its adjacent vertex is which? This one? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Also this one?
Yes, sir.
Also this one. So if you give the blue color to this vertex, now we cannot give the blue color here. Also you should not give the blue color here, and also you should not give the blue color here. Understood? Now, so here I have mentioned m is equal to 3. M is indicating what? Given colors, and node given is how many? 10 nodes are given. Understood? So using these three colors, we have to color the whole graph. And when you can say you have successfully solved this problem, when you able to color all the vertices of the graph where there should not be two adjacent vertices are colored using the same color. And that's why the graph coloring problem also comes under the example of constraint satisfaction approach, because here, in order to solve this graph coloring problem, you have to follow some constraint. All of you are agree? In order to color the graph, you have to follow some constraint. What is the constraint here in graph coloring problem?
There must be
No two adjacent vertices
vertices of same color.
should have the same color. That is the constraint. Then what are the variables here?
Nodes.
What are the variables in case of the graph coloring problem? What I told you regarding the variable?
No, number of nodes.
नंबर ऑफ नोड्स, की जे आपल्याला काय करायचे कलर करायचे, हे जे तुमचे वर्टायसेस किंवा नोड्स हे झाले सगळे तुमचे काय व्हेरिएबल्स. आणि डोमेन
Color.
domains is nothing but your that given three colors: red, I think here the red, green, blue, correct? Red, green, blue. So this is another popular example, that is the graph coloring problem, which is related with the constraint satisfaction. Here also our definition is applicable. What definition of constraint satisfaction problem we have seen? It is the process of solving the problem. How? By satisfying the constraint. Yes or no? Here also, in order to solve this graph coloring problem, how we can solve the problem? By satisfying this kind of constraints. Understood the second example?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me take you the another third and most popular example of the constraint satisfaction approach in case of the artificial intelligence, that is the N-Queen problem. What is it? N-Queen problem. What the N-Queen problem says? Can you tell me anything from the given that diagram figure? What is the constraint variables and the domains here? And you should know about the N-Queen's problem. Have you studied the subject DA? Huh? Third year. In third year, you must have studied, na? Which subject that is DA? Is
Yes.
NQ problem. NQ problem.
What is the, that is I am asking.
म्हणजे ते हॉरिझॉन्टली आणि व्हर्टिकली इक्विन रिपीट केले पाहिजे.
आवाज येत नाही येत. Yes. What is the N-Queen problem? Yes. What is the N-Queen problem?
The queens प्लेस करायच्यात की म्हणजे कॉलम मध्ये पण ती क्वीन नाही पाहिजे, दुसरी डायगोनली पण नाही पाहिजे आणि रोज मध्ये पण नाही पाहिजे.
का नाही पाहिजे?
कॉलम. So they add.
Because if the two queens comes on the same column, row or the diagonals, then it is being said that two queens can attack each other. That is nothing but the N-Queen's problem. The same thing I have mentioned. This problem is to find the arrangement of the N queens. Now here N can be a 4, 8 or likewise. Okay, so the problem is to find the arrangement of the n queens on the chessboard such that no queen can attack any other queen on the board. So when we have to solve this problem, and the end output of the problem should be such a way that there should not be two queens attacking each other. But when we can say the two queens cannot attack each other, when there are the no two queens are present on the same row, same column, and on the same diagonal. Understood? So in another words, n queen is the problem of placing the n chase queen. Here, as I told you, n can be a 4, 8, 4 or 8, etc. The n queen is the problem of placing the n chase queens on n by n chessboard. N by n chessboard. If the 4 queens, 4 by 4 chessboard. If 8 queens, 8 by 8 chessboard. So the n queen problem is the problem of placing the n chess queens on the n by n chessboard so that no two queens can attack each other. Understood? Now, in order to solve this problem, what is the constraint? Tell me, in order to solve the n queen problem, what is the solution? What we want? We don't want the queens to be attack each other. Yes or no?
Yes.
Now, when we
Yes.
can say that two or more than two queens will not attack each other, when it will be possible?
When it come in the same line.
When it possible that no two queens will attack each other?
I think. If no two queens are
If
present in same column, rows, and
if
diagonal.
not more than one queen will come in the same column, same row, or on the same diagonal. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So constraint is what? Constraint is what then? Constraint is nothing but what? The no two queens should be on the same column, same row,
Same
and the
row.
same diagonal.
Yes.
Understood? So that is nothing but the constraint in case of the n queens problem. What is the variable? Suppose this is the example of 4 by 4 board, and where here we have to place the 4 queens. Correct? Here I have drawn the board. All of you can able to see. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Variables are nothing but these spaces which are available here, where we have to place the queens. Yes or no? All the places where we can place the queen. Correct? That are the variables. Then domain.
Q.
Domain is nothing but that queens itself, Q. And the constraint that I already told you, constraint is nothing but no two queens should be there in the same column, same row, and the same diagonal. If this become possible, if this constraint gets satisfied, then we can say we have solved the n queen problem. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So that is nothing but the concept of constraint satisfaction problem or constraint satisfaction approach in artificial intelligence. Now, before this, we have studied state space search technique. Which technique? State space search technique. Now, state space search technique is being basically utilized for what? In order to solve the problems related with what? Artificial intelligence. Yes or no?
Yes.
In the similar way, constraint satisfaction approach is also another technique being utilized to solve the problem in case of the artificial intelligence. This is a very important statement. Got the point? Yes? Understood or not?
Yes, sir.
What I said, just like previously
Yes, sir.
we have seen the number of problem being get solved using the state space search technique. So the state space search technique is the one of the approach to solve the problem related with artificial intelligence, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
In the
Yes, sir.
similar way, constraint satisfaction is the another approach which can be also utilized to solve the problems related with the artificial intelligence. Because this kind of, we are expecting what? This kind of problem has to be get solved by whom? AI agent. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Like the game that we have seen here, we want this kind of game should be played by whom? The AI agent. Understood? Now
Yes, sir.
to help the AI agent to play this game or to solve this kind of problems, there is a utilization of such kind of technique. That technique, like we have seen the state space search representation, and today we have seen the another technique, that is the constraint satisfaction approach. And the main characteristic of constraint satisfaction approach is what? The problem can be get solved only when certain constraint or the rules are get satisfied in order to reach to the certain solution. I hope you have got the clear concept of constraint satisfaction problem. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now another question that usually asked on the CSP, that is nothing but the algorithm and the example related with the NQuiz problem solution using the backtracking. What is the another thing being asked on this topic? Solution to the NQuiz problem using backtracking technique. Okay, now today you have understood what do you mean by the NQuiz problem. Now tomorrow we'll discuss about how to solve that NQuiz problem using the backtracking algorithm or using the backtracking technique. Okay, so I hope today's all of you have got the today's session.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Anybody want to ask anything?
No, sir.
No. Okay. Okay. So today we'll continue with the NQuiz problem solution using the backtracking technique. Okay. So that's it from
Thank you,
today's
sir.
session. Thank you all of you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Listen, some student have sent me the only receipt of the fee, but they have not sent me the registration form. Some student have sent me the registration form, but not the receipt. Okay. So those who have sent me the receipt, they need to send me the registration form also. Then and then only it can be considered that your registration has been completed. And only the few students have done this. Only I think 8 to 10 students have sent me the registration form and the fees receipt, etc. Remaining student have to complete everything. Okay, till the I have yesterday already I have given the date like up to the 1st September. Okay, so complete that registration and fees filling, etc., until the 1st of September. Okay, all of you.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.